Okay, I've just finished that job, and as you can see, typical of my furry friends, it's always in the most difficult place that you have to get down and fill that hole. And as you can see, they're right in the corner there where the excess white foam is. It was a very awkward job, as usual, and it's not for the faint-hearted. You need to be exceptionally careful when you're lying down that you're lying on the beams. And as I said, there's been activity in this area, so I've sprayed it. I'm not sure whether you can see there the actual damp. That's disinfectant. I've placed plastic refuse bags over that. Ideally, if you have some sort of soft cushioning, and if you're wearing Tyvek, that's even better again. Protective suit, including head cover. A very awkward job. I had to cut out with the scissors approximately 3 inches, then slightly maneuver it into place, and then use the spray gun. Not too liberally, just a few squirts. It's very fast in coming out. My feeling is that, looking at it, they're going to keep coming back and keep trying to bore away at that area. Right outside the corner there is the chute, so they seem to come up the chute. They can't seem to come in anywhere else apart from the chute, so there's a gap there, and they'll just keep chewing away. Now the difficulty is, and the danger is, if they start chewing the wood, then you've got some structural difficulties. So ideally we're going to have to look at outside as well, just to inspect and see if there's anything we can do there. But that's it, job done. I'm just going to wait another 12 months before I do anything else in terms of insulation. And as I said, the best option really is to insulate from underneath. There you can see again there a little dropping. Not much activity, but my bed is just directly below. So I heard a little bloop, a little drop in the early hours of the morning. So I got a feel for where they were getting in. But again, if you don't know exactly where they're getting in, get one of those wildlife cameras, stick it up on one of the beams and enable it for activation. They're quite good. So if I do have the furry friends returning, that's what I'm going to do. It's a work in progress. They are a very, very clever animal. They'll keep trying various areas to get into the house. But prevention is better than cure. And based on my experience, all of that rat poison, rat traps, you can be putting those down till time immemorial. But if you don't get that, if you don't fill up those holes, those entry points, you're just going to have the same problem. Rat poison, I have found in the previous residence that I was in, placed rat poison down, and the client, the person, stated that their alarm system went off. So when they start eating that rat poison, they get ravenous and they start literally chewing everything, including electrical wiring. So rat poison, traps and so forth. Yes, if you do have furry friends already resident, you know, there's a lot of videos out there suggesting that that's the first step. Put the traps down, capture, kill, as Donald Rumsfeld would say, and then seal. So in my instance, I'm fairly sure there isn't that many activity. So as I said, over there is where they came in. Well, that's one entry point that I've sealed. They've come along here. They seem to go to the corners. They leave their droppings. And again here, they left some droppings there. Now another aspect of the rodents, including mice and rats, is that they continually urinate, as I've researched. So that is where the smell is coming from. And that is where you need to be extra careful. And I would highly recommend that you get the Tyvek full suit. They're not that too expensive. Just go to your safety store, get a batch of them, and this is where they're coming to. So they're going to the heat, and above my yeah, so that's my tank there. That's my hot water tank. I've seen some activity under this tank as well. So they go to find a bit of heat for the winter, and but as I said, I only heard intermittent indications that they're there. And as I said, I've sealed almost everything, but it's an ongoing battle. They'll keep trying to enter in all places. So that is it. Just to summarize, can be difficult. It's not for the faint-hearted. You need to be very careful in terms of safety, biological hazards, Wheels disease, fatal, and as well as that, you don't want to be falling straight through your plasterboard. You know, maneuvering into place, lying down in narrow spaces. That's usually where they come in, the most difficult to access. Disinfect the area. So that's it basically. Job well done, and I'll just wait and see if there's any further activity. Thank you for watching.